So, I'm True.
TruuTosis.
I'm True.
He's true. I'm Tosis.
And you're listening to.
TruuTosis. Podcast. Episode 5.
It is episode 5.
What's it about? Who
What's it
knows?
about? We don't know.
It's a surprise.
To us as well.
Whatever the title is what it's gonna be about. We don't even know yet.
You know more than us at this point.
This is gonna be the first unplanned podcast.
Exactly. Well, we do have one thing planned.
There's one thing that we have, something to show you. Very important to us.
So, we have quite a small
Fan base.
and niche fan base, you know? And
But very active.
Very active. That's true. They're very fun.
They get around.
They do. They do indeed. And one particular member of the fan base, one would say the entire fan base, this one member.
She's carrying the back.
She is. You guys got to step it up. Wrote us a little story, you could say.
A story.
Now, would you like to describe what the story is, Tosis?
This is the first TruuTosis fan fiction.
I think the byline says it all.
Just guys being dudes. Or are they? Dot, dot, dot.
So, we haven't read this. So it's going to be our raw reaction to it. So I feel like you guys might try and enjoy
But we also have to play the part, okay? We gotta take this seriously.
I don't know if it's like a script kind of thing where we read it, but I'm taking it seriously.
Okay. Are you ready to read part 1?
Alright. How do I open this up? Okay. I'll let
Nice
you read
banner.
some more for the reading.
Okay. It was a nice summer night, and True was in a Discord trademark call with his friend Tosis. They were listening to some sweet tunes when, out of nowhere, a magical tune started playing. It took too long for them to notice that what was playing was actually transgender transformation spell with magical subliminal words of the mother goddess. By the time they realized what they'd actually been listening to, it was already too late. They didn't know it at the time, but what was about to happen would change their lives forever.
Do we give context about the video that was playing?
It was a video to transform yourself to the other gender.
Yeah, we were in a Discord call at like 5 a.m. recently, and the topic of ASMR girlfriends came up, and then someone played this video in the call, so Jesus, okay.
And I'm guessing this time it actually worked.
Yeah. It didn't work for
Do you want to read
last time?
part 2, or should I carry on?
Okay, popcorn below. Alright. Oh no, it's long shit. My bad. Okay. A new day. True wakes up at the dawn to do his prayers. Okay, what the fuck's going on here? Okay, and a few hours after, Tosis was awake too. They check up on each other, still not realizing what happened overnight.
That's very wholesome.
Do we check up on each other?
Sometimes.
Sometimes, I suppose. They have their usual chat and decide to go out for a breakfast since it's been a while since they've hung out. See, we wouldn't go out for breakfast. We're not breakfast people. Because we don't get up that early.
We're lazy.
Yeah, we're too lazy for that. Okay, continue. As they each get ready to go out, they notice their clothes seem to fit a bit more loosely. And they don't give it much thought and just go on with it. They're supposed to be meeting in front of a McDonald's. And as usual, True is already here waiting. This is true. This is true. I'm always early. After a few minutes, Tosis shows up, and then they've finally seen each other for the first time after so long. They both get a very strange feeling in their stomachs.
Oh, I'm hungry.
It is hunger. That's the feeling. After their food, they go out to a nearby park. After vibing there for a bit, Tosis suggests they go back to his place and play some Smash Bros. True likes the idea.
Why do they know so much?
They get... Wait, what the fuck is going on? How does she know? I didn't realize she was that big of a fan. She was stalking us.
That's insane.
But true, we wouldn't. Okay, one thing she got incorrect. We wouldn't go to a McDonald's. I get it's for breakfast, McDonald's breakfast and stuff, but I don't like McDonald's. I'm gonna be real. We're KFC people.
KFC doesn't have.
True, babe. KFC's.
In the context, I think is a pretty appropriate
It's
thing.
appropriate, but listen, there's a couple of four things. We don't go out for breakfast McDonald's. We go out for lunch KFC. Oh, sorry, I'm just nitpicking at this point. It was already getting pretty hot on their way there, so once they arrived at Tosis' house, Tosis decides to jump in the shower while True prepares them the gaming snacks. As he got off all of his clothes, Tosis could finally see what the spell did to him last night. He was stunned. He couldn't obviously what he was seeing. His body was female.
What?
Oh wow. See, you're the woman first. What are you? A girl? Or you feel me say?
Do I have to read this?
I haven't seen the next part. Oh no. Oh no, oh no.
What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? How? What the fuck is this? How is this real? Am I dreaming? This can't be real. Why? Should I tell him? What am I supposed to do? What the fuck is going on? Tosis's mind was racing. He had no idea what to think. He was scared and confused. How can he tell anyone about this without looking insane? He splashes water on his face, stares at the mirror, hoping it would somehow just all go back to normal. Nothing changes. Unable to control himself, he starts sobbing. He quickly turns the shower on so he wouldn't be heard, but it wasn't quick enough. True had already noticed, and it was already at the door, asking if everything was okay. Yeah, all's good. Be out in a minute. Tosa somehow manages to stutter it out. True suspiciously waits by the door for a few more seconds before saying,
Okay, hurry up, I'm bored.
and walking away. Tosis tries to collect himself and finally gets in the shower. Once he's out, goes back to his room, trying his best to act like the usual Tosis. But True already knows something's up, but he doesn't know how he's gonna get it out of him. They play a few matches, and True finally decides to ask, "What's up?" But Tosis tries to brush him off and just tells him he didn't get enough sleep. True doesn't buy it at all, but stops asking for a while. They spend the whole day together. Right before he's about to go back home, True goes to the bathroom for a piss, and as he drops down his pants, positions his hands to hold his penis, he finds that there's nothing to be.
Just the usual day for the True thing. It takes a while to find it sometimes, I'm gonna be honest. Especially on cold winter days. Oh well, those are the worst.
Oh,
Okay, alright, so let's talk about this part. If I was wondering, there's 4 parts, this is the third. So you walk into the shower and let's be real, you know your name? Where she you're gonna feel yourself up, let's be real here.
I touched my tits. No, I sobbed, man. What do you mean? The story's accurate.
Yeah,
I
but you
cried.
would sob and do it at the same time.
No, I'd sob, and then I realized how awesome it is. I get to. Actually, I don't know if it's awesome or not.
I don't know if it's awesome if it's long term.
Yeah. I don't want periods.
True. What happens next? Okay, so I go to pee. Okay, first of all. She didn't state who'd win at the Smash games. Let's make that clear. I would win.
Me.
Second.
If it's random, it's always me. I always
No,
win
it's
random
not. No,
matches.
it's
When you
not.
play Kirby, you're a banger. You're dirty.
My
dude.
Kirby's is great.
Disgusting.
Drops his fan style.
And Metal Knight.
Penis. And Donkey Kong. Well, man, I find out I am penisless. Yes. Okay. All right. Next part. I read the last part. Oh, it's a doozy. Okay. Oh, there's a lot of lines and shit. Okay. We hit him right away. He immediately thought of Tosis. Why am I thinking he doesn't have no penis? He knew the same thing had happened to him too. He had no time to grieve for himself. Tosis was all he could think about. He put his pants back up and ran out of the bathroom. Tosis! He called out. Tosis turned to look at him. True couldn't utter another word. He stood there frozen, staring at Tosis.
What, dude? Stop being weird, man.
Tosis said and turned back towards the TV. True slowly walked up to the sofa, sat next to Tosis, staring at him the whole time. Pull down your pants, he said to him, while directly looking in his eyes.
What the hell, you gay? Why?
I just want to say that you added the "you gay" part.
No, it's in the script.
Tosis worryingly asked, while backing away from True. I just need to see if I'm right about something, True said, finally breaking the way through long eye contact. It's nothing like gay or sexual or anything. I just have this weird feeling, and then this thing happened, and now I really need to know if it's the same for you, he said, looking back at him. Tosis finally realized why he's being this way. It didn't make him feel any better. He was just even more confused. All he could do was blankly stare at True. True finally had enough of it and jumped off the sofa and pulled down his pants in front of Tosis. This is what I mean, he exclaimed.
Dude, what the fuck are you doing? Oh. Oh no, oh no.
To be continued.
What a cliffhanger. Fucking hell. I want to know what happens. Should we
This
put
is
our...
what I mean.
Should we put ourselves into the thing and see what do you think would happen?
I mean, listen, okay.
We show each other that we have no penises.
Here's the thing, couple things that's wrong with this part. If I asked you to pull down your pants, he wouldn't ask why. You know, he'd just do it.
What? No, I wouldn't. I would genuinely say, are you gay?
When we stare into each other's eyes, there's no awkwardness. We just lean in and kiss, you know? There's no...
There's a lot of awkwardness. Because I'm so much taller than him.
Alright, shut your mouth. Look, reading fanfiction is of yourself.
Interesting.
It's a weird experience.
I like it.
I do. I think it's very.
It gives me a
written.
different perspective of myself.
I think I'm very impressed. I thought it was gonna be scuffed, but it's very well written.
Mhm.
So yeah, my props to you. Trying to think which is your favorite part. Which is my favorite part?
I'm trying to think where this goes next. That's what I want to know.
Hopefully, not safe for work.
I mean, you're joking, but it's probably true. But I know. We find out that we're both women. What's gonna happen now? Do we go fight the evil witch that turned us into women? Or do we have passionate gay sex?
Or both, at the same time.
No, not at the same time. Maybe passionate gay sex at the end when we... Oh wait, no, that's when we become men again. No.
Yeah. Or do you become men again? There's so many questions.
Then it'll be like
not
a
enough answers.
lesson to learn about women. It could be a feminist fanfiction. Because we hate women.
Oh, okay. Don't say
No,
we.
maybe-
Don't lump me in with you.
Maybe it's like after our whole podcast about women, we learn.
Learn what?
That not all women are bad. We did
Okay,
have,
so
yeah,
okay,
episode 2 was all about women. See, then it's gonna be like, whoa, I underestimated the women. And then we have women's sex and stuff. You know?
Yeah. I think that the fan who wrote this is very talented, and
Mm-hmm.
I look forward to a lot more TruuTosis fan fiction.
They are also talented in many other ways, such as art.
Okay, yeah,
But
yeah, you know,
for now, they'll have to remain disclosed because of issues with face reveals.
yeah, and the proportions of some people's faces in the artwork.
It's still not finished though, obviously.
Yeah,
Both goes for the art and the fan fiction, both work in progress.
yeah. I don't know when we'd read the next part. I think we'll wait for it to finish, or not finish, or like have a good chunk of it come out.
Mm-hmm. We'll wait for part 8, and then we can read another 4 parts.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So I think one thing, the segue from the fan fiction here is you guys, the fans. Well, we haven't been providing a lot of podcasts for you in this very bored time, and that the reason is I'm kind of burnt out, to be honest. I'm just bored, to be honest. I want to go out. I'd never
Another
think I'd say
problem,
it.
another problem I'm feeling is that there's just not enough interaction anymore.
Yeah, I mean the fans don't reach out, you know. There's
We
no.
only have 4 subscribers.
Yeah, and I think if you guys really want another podcast, this video will get 10 likes. 10 likes and we'll release the next podcast, everybody.
What if it happens really quick?
Yeah, we'll do it. Because we're people of our word. But I don't think, you prove me wrong, guys. Did you know that 50% of you watching this video aren't subscribed?
More like 100%, man.
Yeah,
Our
probably
first video
100%.
got 35 views.
Yeah. I think, obviously it takes a lot of work. I think getting guests on here is something we'll try and work on, but it's not as easy as you would imagine. Or if you actually want to get people who know what they're talking about or interesting. But we're working on it.
We
We're
could
working
just
on it.
bring anyone on. Why not?
We'll talk privately about this one, not in front of the kids.
No, we're gonna talk about in
Not in
front
front
of
of
the
the kids.
fans. Let's ask them right now.
Yeah,
Do
we'll
you
wait for
want
their
someone
response.
in their expertise on this kind of podcast? Do you want anyone random? Just another person to talk about stuff. I feel like this podcast is more like a community podcast, not an educational and something people will listen to for the genuine opinions of a guest.
I guess.
They're here to talk. They listen to us because we are interesting.
Oh, quickly before we continue further, you listening right now, I want you to tell us how your day's been. Because we're curious, you know? Yes, you listening right now. I know you're thinking, me? No, me. You. You listening right now.
Mm.
Make sure to tell us how you're feeling, you know, your mental health in quarantine. So I think
Or
it's
if you
really
don't
important.
care about that, you can just subscribe.
Or, yeah, I mean, either works. But,
The next 5 subscribers get invited to the private Discord.
whoa.
Hmm.
I mean,
Maybe
also,
even the group chat where we come up with the ideas.
oh shit.
I mean, yeah, why not?
Okay, so, Tosis, what's your plans for like the next couple months? How you gonna, this would be the summer holiday of summer holidays, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's the plans?
I wait for the plans to come to me.
Yeah, we always reject them.
Yeah, no. I'm waiting for a good plan.
So I'm going away for like 3 weeks in July,
Cringe.
which I'm really looking forward to.
You're not gonna be here for my brother's birthday.
I don't know if I'll be here. Actually, I will be here for yours. I'll make sure of it. My birthday soon, poggers. But
When's your birthday?
you are?
When's your birthday?
I don't know. When is my birthday? Tosis?
My guess is hmm,
I mean, it's an
you
easy
said
one
two
to
weeks,
remember.
right? 2 weeks, a little bit less. It's hard. 7-7.
Yes.
Sad. Final.
Make sure to wish me a happy. Well, we do another podcast before my birthday, I reckon.
Hopefully.
Let's see. But yeah, I think. I don't know. You tell me. What's? Okay. All right. You know what? I'm doing it. Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on it, man?
Black lives do matter. They are very important.
More than others?
Yes. Honestly, if you say all lives matter, you're kind of stupid because it's just been. It's not even an argument at this point. You're just dumb. And you want to know why it's dumb?
Tell me, pal.
Because black lives are endangered. Not all lives. Black lives. That's the difference.
Yeah,
Do you understand?
I get it.
You can't say that white lives matter. White lives aren't being shot by cops or
Well, I guess in
being
some countries,
brutally.
maybe. I feel like there's a lot of racism towards white people in foreign countries. Like, I feel like if you're a white man and you go to like Pakistan or something, which is my home country for anyone
I
wondering,
doubt it. I
you
thought you
do get
said
looks.
people with British passports get praised.
That's like Arabs countries, you know.
Exactly.
But in
So
Pakistan, you
honestly,
actually
you
get
get
looks,
privilege then, no?
and they take the piss out of you sometimes.
All I'm saying is there's more privilege than racism
Yeah,
for white
but there is racism. But there's
people. So
racism everywhere. So don't say
where's
they
the black
completely don't
privilege?
matter. There is in Africa.
No.
Probably is.
Even in South Africa, there was like a thing where
Oh
white
yeah.
people weren't even allowed mixed with black people. That's in Africa.
Listen, why are you making me the villain here? Alright?
I have to make it even because you think all lives matter. It's Black Lives Matter.
Bro, listen, I'm here for a good time. You know, I want everyone to be happy. I don't think anyone should be supported more than the other.
That's cringe. That's a gay answer.
It's a gay answer.
Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, but you know what? Here's my thinking.
I don't want to hear it.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't know,
fine, I'll
man. You
hear it.
know,
Fine.
I'm
Tell
not
me.
gonna say it. I'm not gonna say
Say
it.
it. Say it.
For me, uh, hmm, what's the most PC way of going around saying this?
If you have to think about it in a PC way, then maybe it's not the best thing to say. But fine. This is TruuTosis podcast. Let your opinion free.
My experience with racism, there's been some, you know. There's a common word in the UK, packy. Even the other day when we were playing Call of Duty, what did the Welshies call me?
Party.
Pahi. You pahi. You know?
I shouldn't be laughing. I'm sorry.
We shouldn't even be saying it. Disgusting.
It was in context.
Yeah, but there's definitely experiences of racism and stuff like that. Surely not. Yeah, I guess not as bad as
But
what black
would
people are
you
going through.
say, because you feel racism, would you say brown lives matter?
Here's the thing, like my humor's quite dark, so I feel like what's in some cases there's a line, you know, when strangers do it to me, like in a Call of Duty game, it did piss me off a little, because I'm like, but we're like, when if you said it, not saying that you do, it's kind of funny.
That's as long as it's not at the expense of someone else. I
Yeah,
feel that Uh, and as long as it's accepted between the mutual friends,
Then it's calm. It's like the pass.
but it's still a bit of a weird area. Like, oh, I use the N word in private. And it's like, well, you still use the N word, but it's like, oh, but I don't use it derogatory way, and I don't use
Oh,
it.
don't get me started on the N-word debate.
Well, why not? Black Lives Matter. We need to talk about this stuff. Obviously, the N word is not socially acceptable for a white person
Why not?
because it's racist. It was used by white people in the past. But in terms of friendship, is I feel like it's a gray area. That's only because I'm gonna say I personally enjoy saying it in private to friends.
Like when you're jamming to a Kanye song,
No,
you
no, no.
just gotta
Music is
say it.
different. You can't say it in front of other people, but I will definitely say it when I'm alone in my room, and I'm going all out on a rap or a song.
I feel that
Do you think if a white person's honest about using the N word, would they get more praise, or do you think they'll get hate?
wait, sorry, can you repeat that? Oh shit.
Like, if a white person is more honest about using the N word, would they get praise or hate? Like right now, I'm being very honest, saying that I do use
Oh,
it.
you're
I
getting
do
hate.
use the N.
You're getting hate for sure. Why would you think you'd get praise?
No, it's just that maybe there could be a mutual talking about it instead of instantly going for the throat. Say, hey, if you tell me it's wrong, fine.
Okay, but okay, think about this. When we
But it's
brought it
different
up
for
in
other
RE,
people. I gotta know.
when we brought up in
Yeah,
RE, they were pissed. Do you know how pissed they were? Like they were fuming.
the only problem is that when you ask a friend, you seek validation from a friend. You don't seek validation from a stranger. Hopefully.
Oh, I also want to
So if
say,
a stranger tells you N word bad, you're like, yeah, I understand that. But if your friend's okay with saying it, like, then you probably be like, okay, he's cool with it.
yeah, I was gonna say also, if there's any background noise and stuff, it's like 32 degrees outside, and my windows are wide open to let out the letting cool air. So sorry if there's background noise extra loud today.
There might be background noise in my place as well because I have someone over.
Yeah. Okay. Secondly, I think 100 with everything. It's like the people you're with. Like for me, I've
Mm.
had to I learned the hard way that dark humor. I need to very. It's an acquired taste, you know. So it's definitely about the people you do stuff with. But that's with a lot of things, you know. And I think
That's
I
my
think
only
some
problem
people
with
don't
you.
realize the line.
I gotta say, you weren't very aware of your dark humor.
Oh, going into year 12, I knew
You were almost
shit
acting
all,
like a
man.
14-year-old edgy boy. That's what you're just saying edgy stuff for the point of being edgy,
Year
not even
12
funny.
Bilal was not. It wasn't a great Bilal.
Yeah, that's why. Luckily, I don't know where I learned it. I wouldn't be off saying random, unfunny, edgy shit.
I was gonna say, I was talking to someone today about these statues being pulled down,
Uh huh.
and he said, I don't, I got his point. I didn't agree with it. He was saying that the statues were a reward at the time for the person,
Mhm.
and we shouldn't take them down now, but look at them as the humiliation of the person for what they did.
That's. I don't agree with that either.
But I'm gonna,
I'm.
for argument's sake here, I'm gonna push his side, but I disagree with it as well.
Can I?
Yo,
I want to know your
rebuttal.
opinion on statues being taken down.
Um, I'm gonna play devil's advocate here, okay, just to make this more interesting.
Don't say that. I just want to know what you think.
Well, you were like, fuck, I'm playing devil's advocate.
Why can't you tell me what you think? I want to know. Do you think it's stupid? Do you think it's okay? Do you think what?
Oh, I think they should be took down 100%.
I agree.
But they are history, and
Well, I'm
if
gonna
we leave
say,
them
look,
up, it's remembering terrible people, and not to be like them.
that's the only problem there's no like statues of Hitler, but everyone knows about him,
Yeah, but like
and he was a terrible person.
all they got
You
to do
don't
is just
leave statues
change
up to
the
learn how bad
plaques,
someone is.
change the plaques.
And all it is, I argued this quite recently, is that you don't learn history from a statue, do you? You learn it from education. You don't
It
go around.
depends, though, mate. I'm gonna be honest. Like,
And if you want to go for history, it should be in a museum. Like statues aren't history; they're just built there as a reward, as you said. It's a reward for someone who did great in their time. But they shouldn't be kept up for humiliation because the person who was built for is dead and they do not care. It's not going to teach anyone. It's not going to do anything for anyone.
yeah,
And I don't know. I do agree to some point that taking it down is a bit stupid unless you go through a proper process, which
yeah. I
sometimes
think that's
doesn't
what
work.
they did wrong. I feel like
It,
if they actually
maybe the first
put
one, like the very first statue that was taken down in England, that
what the one in
mm,
Bristol.
yeah, I feel like that was actually a decent response. I mean, he was like literally a slave trader in a
Yeah,
monument.
that one made sense, but I
But
feel
when you're
like
nitpicking, like, oh, Churchill was a racist, take down all of his statues, it's a bit far.
I don't know, because I heard Churchill was really racist.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I
When
feel
does
like
it
if they
stop?
went through the proper channels, but I feel like people would say the channels are like corrupt or something. That's why people at the top.
Yeah,
But I
and
feel
there's
like
obviously going to
even
be a lot of people saying Churchill was a hero, he was a great man, he got us through the World War.
yeah, I get that,
Why
but I
would you
feel
want to take him
like
down?
even at the top, they realize that they need to cater to the
Yeah, of
needs.
course.
Otherwise, it's going to be a problem. It's either they forcefully take it down, or they go through. They respect the fact that they've gone through the proper channels to take it down,
But
and I
when,
feel like they respect it.
and the only argument I hear from other people is that where do you draw the line? When are you going to tear down all of London because it was built by slaves? So, no, not necessarily. But you got to do something. You got to at least acknowledge the fact that your country was built by slaves.
Hmm. I recently watched 12 Years a Slave.
When did you watch?
I watched it like 2 days ago.
Oh wow, it's a great movie. I like it.
Yeah, but and I saw today. One of my friends, Rachel, she put on a story that a woman was raped by her slave owner, and she killed him, and she was hung because she killed the man. So he was allowed to rape her and do whatever he wanted to her. But because she retaliated, they just killed her. He legally was allowed to murder her if he wanted to, because it's his property. Like, it's kind of mad. I'm not saying that there's no history that we shouldn't respect. There's 100% history. Like, I think learning about Black history was my favorite part of history in GCSE history. I thought it was so interesting. It's such an interesting subject to learn about.
Yeah, the civil rights was really interesting. And then,
Yeah, and I read Malcolm X's autobiography, which, I mean, it didn't go to race too much. It taught more religion, but it still talks about what he did. I think he's a very interesting man.
I heard an argument about like, oh, what about Martin Luther King? I forgot what it was, but they went
Cheated.
to take down a statue. Yeah, he was like some sort of adultery, so
Yeah,
he supported something, and like, I'll take down his statue. He's done bad stuff as well. You can't. Everyone's bad, but when you know someone's a racist, that's obviously got to be sorted out. Just because
everyone
someone,
has skeletons in their closets, alright, but
hmm
there's a difference between like there's
keeping a whole skeleton and only one bone,
yeah, exactly.
you can let adultery slide because it's not that important. But you can't let racism slide. Something has to be done about racism.
True. But listen, realistically, let's be honest here. Are they gonna take proper action and education to force to reduce racism? I think they'll add like
From what
one or
I've
two
learned,
programs. That's about it.
I mean, people definitely try and do something. That's what there's no people definitely try, but
I think
it's a very
parents
hard, long
play
time
a
thing.
huge factor into it as well.
Obviously, yeah.
Because if your parents are racist, you're likely to be racist second effect, and it just gets passed down. And obviously, it will like slowly reduce over time, but it's still taking quite a bit. Like let's say, I think between every like millennials, between baby boomers, Gen X, millennials, it's gone down gradually, and hopefully, I think Gen Z will kind of be like the thing is with Gen Z, right? As a like demographic is they're either really edgy racist or really anti like not feminist but like
Uh,
protesting.
yeah.
Yeah, you get what I mean. So there's it's
Yeah.
like really
So
spread out.
there's no middle ground.
Yeah, I feel like
But
I'm middle ground though. You know,
I don't know.
I feel like with me, my
I
mentality is I do the best I can. So I don't spread racist. I mean, look, sending the max amount of racism I spread is memes. But I don't, and I do it with people who I know will. Okay, maybe not. One time recently, it didn't go too well with that woman. But
but maybe that's a lesson. Maybe that you
it
should
is a
know.
lesson, you know. I can only send that shit to the boys. But
Are you trying to? Is this about sex as well? Trying to say that maybe
girls take
women are
shit
a
a
lot
lot
less
more seriously.
intolerable of some stuff.
I'm not saying all girls, but a lot of girls take shit a lot more seriously than guys.
Hmm. In
But
some cases, that's good and bad.
like I said, I sent that to a couple different girls who I'm friends with, and one I was potentially going out with, and the one who I was potentially going out with said she didn't want to go out with me anymore because she found the video cringe and thought I was racist. The video was for pretext was a white girl just like being really racist, and I said, look at this dumb kid," and she thought, "Not funny, true. Why would you think I'd find that funny?" I said, "Well, it's not." Just looking funny how stupid this kid is, and she goes, "Nope, you're racist. I don't like you anymore."
I would
Whereas,
say that's her fault because it was kind of funny to see how dumb that girl was. But then again, dark humor and racist humor isn't for everyone.
and but thing, yeah, I sent it to another girl, who I'm friend. I sent it, a couple other girls who I'm friends with, and they all found that she's like, Jesus, wow, she's what a dumbass. And we talked about how stupid their parents were, and it was a good conversation. So I think people need to, I guess, what the like the more people take it extreme is saying, if you spread around things that are racist, it's promoting racism, because all publicity is good publicity, you know. If you
Hmm.
think about it, but at the same time, I don't know, man. Shit's kind of funny. I want to send it.
That kind of video literally gets you cyberbullied, so therefore it's not good publicity, is it?
It depends how, because people take it different ways, you know. Like we took it out. Wow, look at this dumbass kid.
Yeah,
People
that's a
think it
joke.
like,
That's
yo,
cyberbullying. Yeah,
she's
dumbass kid.
funny. That's funny what she said. I'm gonna copy what she said because it's funny. I think it's definitely age mentality as well. You know, as you get older, you mature a lot. I'd say I was racist. Like
You're racist?
I was, and like, but I was brought up a bit racist, you know, towards.
Yeah, I can't say that I'm totally pure.
But yeah, when I was a lot, like even I say like it was like 2 years ago, a year. No, it was like a year and a bit ago. I went to my uncle, and he was just talking to me. He's like, "Oh, blah, you got any girlfriends?" I said, "Yeah, one or two, one or two." And he goes, "Oh, they're not black, are they?" I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Oh, imagine you dating a black girl, Jesus." I said, "Huh, yikes, that's kind of racist."
It's true. My parents wouldn't like me dating a
But
black
that's
girl
just like
either.
the
That's
culture,
probably
you
how
know.
they were raised.
Yeah, I mean that's how they're raised.
I can't argue with them like, hey, what's the hell, man? That's wrong. You can't think like that. I mean, obviously you can't say, hey, don't think like that anymore. I don't appreciate what you're saying. Then again, like reteach them how to live.
Yeah.
Like, don't worry. I think okay. There's a big difference between American racism and British racism. You do you agree?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because this
Britain's
is probably
pretty good, but it's not great.
yeah, but it's British racism is very very subtle. I've seen this said so many times, but it's true. It's so subtle. Like you only hear sly comments saying like, well, I don't know if it's sly, but
You know what was the best one for me?
what?
Was in primary school. We were doing cricket. Whenever we did sports, I was like last pick. So I was quite a chubby kid growing up. I wasn't last pick, but I was like one of the last. But as soon as cricket came around, best believe they put me as captain. Had so much faith in me because they said, "Hey, look at his skin color. Hey, I was the only brown kid as well. Like, hey, that kid
Well,
cricket and that packy, yeah, calm. Say no more."
isn't that like somewhat positive racism? Like it's a stereotype that's good, but it shouldn't actually be applied to everyone.
I don't know. It's pretty funny because England's like,
That's wait, yeah, that's the perfect example of it's like a it's like a backhanded compliment.
yeah,
Say, oh, all Asians are smart. It's like, well, yeah, that's a nice stereotype, but it's a stereotype, so you don't want it, you know? Like all Indians and Pakistanis play cricket and they're good at it. Positive stuff, I guess, but you don't want to be hearing it, especially from a white person. Is there a positive white compliment? I mean, not
what do you mean?
stereotype. Like if there's a positive stereotype about white, or like I know
Uh,
negative one is probably I don't know bad teeth. That's British people though,
positive stereotypes about white people.
specifically British. There's everyone's polite. That's obviously untrue. It's not true. People are assholes in this country.
What's a positive stereotype? Oh, you know what? Yeah, I was trying to think of one for other races and I got them instantly. So I don't know what white people are good at. Oasis, bro. Indie music. That's what you white people got.
True. Yeah, that's about it. I don't know. There's definitely a lot of stereotypes. That's the bad thing, because it's like, oh, but it's a good thing, no? It's like, yeah, it's a good thing, but still racist. That's why British racism is different, because they just try and disguise it as a good thing.
Yeah.
And they'll probably bring out the thing like, I can't be racist, I've got loads of, brown friends, black friends, blah
Isn't
blah
that
blah.
what that Tommy Robinson always used to say? I had a brown person at my wedding. How could I be racist? I don't know. It's racism's a weird one, man.
It's probably just like not even friendship, it's just like mutual agreement with each other.
Yeah.
So you acknowledge their existence, they acknowledge yours. That's it, done. You don't want to interact with them.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I think this Black Lives Matter movement is very important.
It's important, but I feel yeah, it's obviously like a few
It's just that
bad apples ruin the image that they
I'm.
present in the news. They always like news always present the bad things that happen out of the protests and ignore the
It
good.
probably seems I don't like advocate it enough. Like, oh, I don't post on my story. It's just that I'm very pessimistic, and I believe that posting on my Instagram story isn't gonna change anything.
Oh,
That's the only reason why it's like I understand raising awareness, but honestly, who cares that I'm gonna do it?
I just stay out of everything to be honest, because I can't. I can't be asked, but kind is I can't be asked. It sounds
I
bad, but
can't
it's
be asked,
also
but
just
it's
like
just I just don't believe that me posting on a Snapchat or Instagram story is gonna change the world.
Well, some of these girls on their Instagram stories,
No,
50
but then
stories a day.
they do actually spread good awareness though, because they'll share like a few videos of racist. Like, wow, this is very racist. We need to do
Yeah,
something.
well,
I think yeah,
every
yeah. The
couple of days,
videos
you
of
know, a stories like
I
will do.
think the videos of cops abusing people is definitely the ones that we want to be sharing.
To be
Because
honest, I'm
that
kind
stuff,
of
when it's seen
desensitized
by
to
them,
those. I
yeah, I
just
know,
ignore
but
them.
when you see it, it's like, well, this is big shit. Obviously, the
Listen, I'm
government has
being
to do
honest here. People are gonna dislike me for this. I just don't care, to be honest anymore. I guess it sounds awful, but I just get so annoyed of people spamming these stories. It's make me disliking the movement, which is bad. I know it's bad, but it just it's so
But at
annoying.
least you're not one of those people that dislike the whole movement because of the rioters.
Oh, I think the rioters are completely in the right to riot.
Hmm.
Like I'd 100% riot if I was in their shoes.
You gotta do something about it because no one's listening, no one's doing anything. You have to act.
Listen, I'm not saying I don't get why people do it. I get why they do everything they do. I think everything they do makes sense. But it just annoys me sometimes when people take it too far. Even when they're
Too far.
promoting
You think there's a
doing
point?
too much good too far. Like, but 50 stories a day, come on. Just do like one every 3 days, you know? I feel like that's good enough. If everyone does that one every 3 days, then it'll be good amount of promotion, you know? But when you overdo it, it makes people dislike it, you know? Too much of something, or what's the saying? Too many
Well,
cooks spoil the broth.
maybe I'm just saying this isn't something that's supposed to be nice. It's a movement about how black people are mistreated.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's nice, but it's just making me dislike the movement. Like, the movement. I can't be asked. I don't like it. I just
Well, I'm
zone
just
out.
saying at least it's not something that totally puts because that can stop. The stories can stop.
It
They can
doesn't
stop
seem to
any
be so.
day,
I
but
thought it'd be okay, fine. I'll last a couple of weeks, but it's just keep on going.
that's the whole point. I think it's good that it's keep on going
Yeah,
though.
I get. Listen, I get why. Don't I 100% get why, and it's just annoying to me though. I stopped looking at stories now. I given up. There was one time, like a couple of days ago, a girl who always posted things. I was like, oh fuck, let me just click through it real quick, and she actually posted a picture of herself on the story, and I was like, what the hell? Like, what's going on? This is the strange sensation. I've never actually seen someone post something about themselves on their story in a long ass time.
Hmm.
Whereas my stories and posts are absolute bangers.
But does it raise awareness?
No,
Hmm. I don't know, man. It's Black Lives Matter. It's very, especially at this time. All the other movements, sure they happen, but I feel like this one actually should last long. You know.
hmm.
But I don't know. I'm not actually seeing much about the riots or people rioting, or
Writing's definitely calmed down.
which is a shame because that's like,
I
well,
think that
not a
was the
shame.
biggest impact.
Yeah, because when you see people get angry about this stuff, that's definitely something you should respond to. Now that people are quite quiet about it and they're only sharing it on the internet, government's not really going to see about it, you know.
I think that I don't know if this actually was actually confirmed, but I know that there was something on my birthday, 7th of July. They were saying to tell people not to spend any money,
Yeah, I saw that.
so and see how much of impact to find out. But I haven't seen any much of that since. Like, I only saw
I,
it the first couple of days, so I think
I
that
doubt
died.
it would have happened because
I think that was
capitalism is
actually
probably
really.
more important.
I thought that was actually really smart
It
for
is
them to
smart.
do. Kind of annoying they did it on my birthday, but
It's not going to affect
yeah,
you.
it's not gonna affect me too much. I'm still gonna spend money. Let's be real.
Or it's your birthday, though.
It's my birthday. I'm allowed to.
No, it's your birthday. Why are you spending money?
Well, people are gonna spend money on me,
Yeah.
and that's
Isn't
okay.
that the whole point of birthday? Never mind, I'm getting off topic. Yeah, next podcast is about birthdays. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know what else to say.
We don't want to force it.
I
How
don't want
about, alright, I throw a huge curveball in there, and I'm gonna ask you a question. What's one thing that's happened recently, a positive thing that surprised you? You thought, huh, I did not expect this out of this. And tell me the first thing that comes to your mind.
I can't. It's NSFW.
Was it last night in the call?
No, no, no,
Oh,
no, no. Something else. I can't.
interesting.
But I'll sum it up as this. Because of a breakup, there is more action.
You broke up? Aww. Could we
What?
get some hearts in the comment
I don't.
section for Tosis?
No, no.
They were going for almost
Someone
2
else's.
years.
Someone else's breakup.
2 years your relationship. Wow. What did you do?
I did nothing.
Exactly. You
Because there
added
wasn't
nothing
one.
to the conversation or the relationship.
Shut up.
I'm surprised it lasted this long. I'm gonna be honest.
I'm surprised you even had a girlfriend.
So am I. That's not true, actually.
I'm
I'm
surprised
surprised I don't have another
that
one.
one person even tried to. You even asked them out and she said yes.
Listen, I'm surprised people aren't asking me out.
I'm surprised you got rejected by that one person. Actually, you know what? I'm not surprised. It's kind of
Wait, which one
understandable.
person?
Cat?
No, music?
Music, my bad. Got them wrong names. Yeah, music.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah. She's too pretty.
True.
That was so funny.
Oh, it's hilarious. Do you miss school?
Huh?
Do you miss school?
Loki. Oh, man, school is the best apart from work. Such a great place to hang out with people.
True, we never hang out. But I feel like uni's gonna be a great time.
I hope so, man.
Also, coming out of uni, I wouldn't mind living with a group of guys for a bit.
Did you see that video I sent you?
Oh, I
But-
saw it, but I was half asleep, so I didn't actually watch it.
Oh man, please. That's it.
I'll watch it in a bit. That's alright. My sleep's been a bit all over the place recently, but I'll
I've only
definitely
been
give it a watch
able
after
to
the
wake up
podcast.
early because of one person.
Oh, the people coming over.
Yeah, really fucking loud.
What else is? There's people allergic to water apparently. What do you think about that?
I think it's based.
What way?
Sometimes water is cringe and it gets warm, you know?
Yeah.
So being allergic to it as a whole, based. I'm sure there's. Well, does that mean like anything that has water in it, they get allergic reaction?
Yeah.
That's a lot of stuff. What about themselves? They have water in themselves.
I
No.
don't know.
And how does it work? Is it like if you're near it, you get sick, or is it if it's in you, you get sick? Can I get the details?
I just saw a YouTube thumbnail. I'm gonna be honest.
So
I
you're
know
gonna
I
trust
checked
what
in a
YouTube
while. And I've heard of a girl. I think I was on a dating app, and a girl in a bio said, "I'm allergic to water. This is not a joke. Like, I'm actually serious." I never swiped because I feel like that'd be too inconvenient in a relationship.
Yeah, that would suck so much. You can't come on her.
That I think you can.
What about piss? Like if you just had a whole big bottle and your water is like almost 0% urea, 100% water.
Listen, I think we're thinking a bit too much
No,
into
no, you
this.
know how your piss is clear after you drink a lot of water.
Yeah, I've been drinking a shit ton of water recently.
Like, would she get allergic if you pissed on her?
Probably. Can we stop talking about that now?
It's so funny.
It is.
You can give someone an allergic reaction by pissing on them.
Please include this in the fan fiction. I want Tosis to be allergic to water, and I
No.
want to pee on him.
And then I
It can be
die.
us testing if female pee is different to male pee.
Is there a difference?
I don't think so.
Have you ever drank it?
No, I haven't actually.
Mm.
She drank mine. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I'm joking.
Ew.
I'm joking. It's
Oh.
a joke. It's a joke. It was only another liquid that came out of that area, and it was. I was told
Diarrhea.
it tasted great.
Sorry, I don't know why I thought about diarrhea.
That doesn't come out in that area. What the hell are you on
Yeah,
about?
it does. That area.
Okay. It's
If
the
you do
same
like a
utility
circle
belt, right? I was
motion,
talking about the same tool.
well then you should have said that. It didn't say same area, because both of them are quite close.
Okay. Premier League's back. That's pretty pog. All the matches haven't started yet. Arsenal starting kick-off in like half an hour. Gonna
I
lose
got
again.
a football notification on my phone. Yes, Southall. So it's not Southall, Southampton.
Southall basketball team. Not basketball, Jesus. Southall Premier League team.
Southall basketball. Awesome. That's awesome. It's coming home.
I even heard that
coming.
Juventus are trying to buy Aubameyang from Arsenal. It's
I
gonna
wouldn't be
even more
surprised.
shit.
They don't have anyone that I recognize apart from Aubameyang. Who's this Pepe guy?
Don't you have Lacazette?
I wouldn't know. I can't. Let me check if there's. Yeah, Lacazette, Ozil. They still have loads.
Ozil's not bad as well. Bellerin, pretty good.
I'm surprised Ozil's still there. What the hell? He could totally be so much better.
Yeah. I think you got Lacazette, Ozil, and Aubameyang.
Ozil's the only one that's actually stayed there for quite a while. He's the only one that's been there since I last remember watching football. Because the last time I watched football, there was like Chamberlain, Welbeck, Giroud, Sanchez, who else? Theo Walcott, Mertesacker, Aaron Ramsey, Jack Wilshere, and the goalkeeper and the defender Koscielny, right?
Yeah.
What was the goalkeeper's name? He got like in trouble for smoking on the pitch or something.
What a chat.
Yeah.
I think Chelsea's lineup is decent. Kante's disgusting. He's always been Azpilicueta. He's getting quite old actually now. Willian, great. And Giroud's doing good. Pedro, Pulisic.
Giroud's old as fuck, man. He's probably gonna retire like next year.
I heard that Ronaldo has his body of like a 22-year-old.
How old is he?
He's like in his 30s.
Fuck. Is that the way to live, man? Like Ronaldo?
He's 35 and has the physical body of a 22-year-old in his prime.
Like, that body must be so hard to maintain and work.
Oh yeah, he definitely deserves the amount of money he's making, I suppose. Yeah, he's making a lot actually, but it's definitely motivation.
Footballers earn a disgusting amount of money. Like, it's so much just to kick around a football, you know?
Hmm. You know,
Like,
Chelsea.
yes.
They have a player who used to go to Iceland Zion.
Whoa.
Yeah, on the main team.
Whoa.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Iceland Zion used to be my old school for anyone
Yeah,
listening.
you got bullied.
True. Deserved.
Really?
No. Yeah. Actually, yeah. At the beginning, yeah. That was a little shit. But I do want to say this.
What do
We
you
don't
say?
know when the next podcast is gonna be, because that's up to you guys to get those 10 likes. If you really want the podcast, share it around and
Even show it to your family if you
smash
must.
that like button with your forehead. Send us videos of you trying to smash the like button with your forehead. We actually want to see that because we'll be impressed. Write us fan fictions, draw us arts, and we'll be very appreciative because we're a family here. Ride or
That
die.
means we're gonna show the art if we're so
Uh,
appreciative.
it's a work in progress.
Face reveal.
And it's also kind of face reveal. So,
But
but
it's
we,
unrealistic standards.
but we love it. You
We
know,
love it.
you make us
I
happy.
love it.
We exactly. Well, yeah, you like it more than me. I'm joking. But yeah, we'll be very thankful. And just want to say, it's been an hour, and I think it's been a very interesting hour to say the least. Starting out with fan fiction, then moving over swiftly to Black Lives Matter, and then finally, what was the third thing? What, football
Mm-hmm.
and piss, allergic to water, peeing.
We definitely talked
This is
about a lot.
definitely going to be an interesting podcast title, to say
What
the
are we
least.
gonna call it?
I think we'll mention all three.
No way. Piss
Exactly.
in the title as well.
Yes. Actually, maybe not that part. That's going to be surprise.
So what's the title? Black
I don't know.
Lives
The
Matter.
person listening to this right now can tell us in the comments down below.
So it's just gonna be called Untitled.
No, but they know what the title is because we already come up with it by the time
Oh.
they've seen. Jesus.
Should we just ask someone right now?
No. All right. Okay. Thanks for listening.
No, 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 no,
No.
no,
No.
no,
No.
no,
I
no,
refuse.
no,
I
no,
refuse.
no,
Okay.
no, no, no.
Say
Come on,
bye.
come on,
Say
come
bye.
on,
Say
come
bye.
on,
Say
come
bye.
on,
Say
no, no,
bye.
no, no,
Say
no,
bye.
no, no,
Say
no,
bye.
no, no, no.
Yeah.
Give
Okay.
us
3, 2.
title for. No, no, wait, wait,
No,
wait, wait,
because they
wait.
can't give you a title if they don't know what we talked
No,
about.
but you see, whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm gonna see that what they're gonna give. All right.
I'm looking. If it's not great, I'm gonna be
No, no,
ending
no.
the
Because what
podcast
if
and you
it's a
being good again.
specific word that you can turn around?
Okay. Okay. All right. Thanks for.
That's strangely accurate to
No,
what we talked about.
not at all.
No, you see, now we can make the opposite. You know, the anatonym or whatever.
Okay, I've been true.
I have been Tosis.
And this has been the TruuTosis podcast, everybody. Have a nice night, and we'll
I
see
love
you
you,
soon.
man.
Goodbye.
Arrivederci.